Hi, I'm Cindi McGee. Today I'm using items from the Winter Wonderland Create-Along box to create these sparkling Snowflake Shimmer earrings. I'm going to be silk screening with this pearlized light blue paint. So I wanted to mix some clay that would match the shade for the other part of the earrings. And to do that, I'm using some Sculpey 3, this is sky blue, and I'm blending it with some Sculpey Primo Accents Pearl. I rolled it to a setting number 1 on the clay machine, and I'm going to texture it with the Jumping Dots rubber stamp that came in the Winter Wonderland Create-Along box. I'm just going to place it on the surface and apply pressure to transfer the pattern. I'm going to be silk screening with the Snowflake border silk screen that came in this Create-Along box. So I want to be sure that the circle I choose to cut out my first pieces will fit around the snowflakes that I want to use. It's okay to not get two complete circles because I'm only going to be using about a third of each of the circles in the finished earrings. I conditioned and rolled some navy blue Sculpey Primo to a setting number 1 on the clay machine, and I silk screened 2 of the snowflakes using that pearlized light blue paint. I'm going to use 2 different snowflakes for these earrings because no 2 snowflakes are exactly alike, and I just thought it would be a fun twist. Be sure to wash your silkscreen immediately after use so that it's ready for use next time. After the silk screened images had dried, I went ahead and used that same circle cutter to cut around the snowflakes. Once I had cut those first 2 circles, I rolled the clay again, this time to a number 5, and textured it with the same stamp and cut 2 circles the same size. This is going to be the backs of the earrings. To build the earrings, I used the clay blade to cut along the line where the edge of the snowflake is, and then placed it on top of the backing disc. I did this for both of the snowflakes. Then I cut pieces of those first 2 textured circles to fill in the space adjacent to those snowflakes. I wanted to make sure that I got a good amount of that texture, which is why I made 2 of those circles so that I could make sure to choose the sections that I wanted. I'm using 2 Silvertone eye pins for the earrings, some sky blue pearls that match the paint and clay color that I mixed, and a little silver decorative bead cap. I just placed the bead cap on the eye pin and then the pearl, and then I peeled back the blue snowflake images a little bit and tucked that eye pin in behind. I didn't want it on the gap between the 2 where they meet because that wouldn't be centered. So I just placed it in behind and then trimmed off the bottom edge. I applied a little bit of pearlescent blue pan pastel around the outer edges of each of the earrings, and I'm using the same pan pastel to tint the natural mica silver glitter that came in the Create-Along box. I just scraped a little bit in and mixed it up to tint that glitter. I applied a very thin line of Sculpey liquid clay in clear along the seam where the 2 pieces meet, And then I sprinkled on that tinted glitter to the clear clay. Now, a little of it does get stuck on the other pieces of the earring, but it kind of adds to that overall sparkle, and that was fine with me. I also didn't matter to me if some of that pan pastel got onto the snowflake because, again, it gives it a little more shimmer. You can use a soft paintbrush to dust away a little bit of that extra glitter if you don't want it on there. And then it was time for them to go into the oven and bake according to the manufacturer's instructions before I add the earring wires.